Hey guys, what's going on? Sadiq. Welcome to Experiences with Sadiq. Season 2. Experiences with Sadiq is about all things real estate. A show where communication is key, advocating for the people is bliss, and knowledge, it's inspiring. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the show. And oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. Whether you're buying or selling a home, I'm that guy. Let's go! Hey guys, what's going on? It's your man Sadiq. Welcome to Experiences with Sadiq. Guess where we're at today? We are at Gentry Moving. Today I'm going to interview Christine Crum, who owns the company, who runs the office, and she's going to break down how her business operates. So let's go, let's take a look, and guess what? We have our mask, so safety first. Let's do it. Guys, what's going on? So, what's Christine at?
Hi,
Christine,
Sadiq.
how you doing?
Good,
how you doing?
are you?
Good. So we're interviewing Christine Crum today. She is one of the. You are the owner, right?
I am.
One of the owners.
I am the owner.
Oh, she is the owner of Gentry Moving. So today I want to talk about how her business operation flows and how she becomes so successful within the whole moving industry. So Christine, welcome to Experiences with Sadiq. If you don't mind, introduce yourself, introduce your business.
Hi, so thank you. I'm so excited to have you. So welcome to Gentry Moving and Storage. We call this our world headquarters here at 1425 Cranston Street in Cranston. You want to know how I got started?
I want to know how you got. I want to know everything. The people want to know everything. It's not my business. It's your business.
It's my business.
Exactly. Share
All
the
right.
people who you are, what your business is about. Give them the whole thing.
You got it. All right. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. So we began December 23rd of 2004. Started out very humble, one truck, two men. And over the past 16 years, with many blessings and a lot of hard work, we've grown to the size we are now. So we are currently Gentry Moving and Storage. We do quite a few things under our umbrella. We are a residential mover, so we work in the tri-state, Rhode Island, Mass, and Connecticut every day. We also do long distance move, which means we can move you from Maine to Florida, and we will go as far as mid-country. So that means anywhere from Chicago down to just about mid-Texas. That's a specialty part of our business, which I can talk about later. We have another part of our business, which is also another specialty portion called Seniors on the Move, which is kind of my baby, where we work with older adults who are bringing their large home down to a smaller home. They're either going into an in-law or a condo or an apartment. Or another specialty portion of that is, if you're familiar with any of the senior communities like Atria or Brookdale or Briarcliff in Rhode Island, where seniors go and they can have independent living or assisted living there. So we do that. We also have storage. We do full pack moves. And if I'm forgetting anything, am I forgetting anything to all my employees that are supporting me here today? I think that might be all of us. We are 8 trucks strong. So we have what you would consider to be a fleet of trucks, which we're very proud of. And we work Mondays through Saturdays, 12 months a year, to give our clients the best move possible.
So you've been in the business for quite some time. If you don't mind me asking, Christine, what got you into the business? How did it all start for you?
Okay, so good question. So I didn't wake up and decide I wanted to be a mover someday. It kind of evolved into where we are today. But my expertise is actually in education.
Oh.
So I have degrees. I have 2 bachelor degrees in school health. I have one in school health education and one in public health, and a master's degree in school health education. My partner was from a moving family, and so when we decided we wanted to start a business, moving was naturally what we chose. So here we are. And so over time, I went from being more like in the background of the business, doing more secretarial pieces of it versus running the day-to-day operations. And as time has gone on, I stepped away from my classroom. I was a teacher in Central Falls, which I loved, but I stepped away from my classroom and stepped into more of a full-time position as an owner here.
Nice.
In I was going to say in the office. You can find me almost every day.
So you know what? So you know what's unique is that real estate involves both the buy side transaction and the selling side of the transaction, right? But what's the one thing that they both have in common? People tend to want to move. They have things they pack. They have to go from one place to another,
Yes.
right? So moving. Let me ask you this: during the pandemic, right? Because obviously you still have people that was were still moving. There was still a lot of transactions going on, believe it or not. You know, so during the pandemic, how did you guys see a big jump in terms of your business growth, or was it stagnant for you guys? Talk about that.
Very good question. When the pandemic set in, like anyone else, we were all very unsure as business owners how this was going to work out for us, right? Mm-hmm. In regards to Gentry Moving and Storage, we are considered essential business, so we never shut down. So we have been open.
They did not stop. So
no.
They were continuously working.
We
non-stop.
were. So we were considered an essential. Trucking is in the trucking umbrella is considered essential. So we were allowed to stay open as normal business would.
Awesome.
So we did find it was interesting. Right before the whole world closed down, we had a spike in moves, and it was mostly commercial and colleges. So we were helping them quickly get students out of dorms, and it was kind of an interesting surge. Right. Then when the governor shut us down for that time frame, of course, naturally, it dipped a little bit, understandably so. We didn't know much about COVID-19, and people were unsure about having strangers in their homes, and all understandable. But we stayed steady, I guess you'd say, but certainly not where we should have been, right? But we understood why. As they lifted those bans, people felt more comfortable with letting people in their homes with PPE and properly hand washing and all the stuff that went along with making sure that you weren't going to get anyone ill, vice versa, my men as well, back and forth. Everything started to pick up again. We had a very busy summer. Transactions for the real estate agents were through the roof.
Yes.
And of course, that reflects on us. We feel that as well because people are moving and they're calling. Then it stayed pretty busy right up until Christmas. January was still busy. And then the natural flow of a moving company is when you hit February, March, and April, it tends to slow down. But that's a natural ebb that we're used to having. Add in COVID-19, it feels a little different, but we're still following that normal curve. It'll kick right back up again in May, June, and then we're off to the races again where it's crazy busy.
That's the business for you. That's how real estate kind of works too, where you kind of have during the winter time, it kind of slows down a little bit for some agents, top producers or super producers. Obviously, they continue producing. But for those who are not top producers or super producers, they stay steady. For some, slow. But as things pick up, our industry also reflects on the moving industry. Right. So whatever we do, they might see that upsurge in their business as well. So I want to take a quick tour within your facility. I want people to understand your process,
sure,
how you guys operate, because when people are looking at other businesses to maybe do business with,
right,
they want to get an idea of how you guys operate, why they should trust you guys,
sure,
versus other moving companies. So if you don't mind, let's take a quick tour,
yes,
so people can get an idea of why
absolutely,
they should create that trust with you.
So I want to say something really quick. I am always so proud to host anyone who'd like to come, whether it's a client, a referral partner, anyone who'd like to come and check out my moving company. I'm very proud of it. And the moving company locale is not usually somewhere where people go. You call the mover, they come to you, they bring your stuff to the next address, and then they disappear. But I'm really proud of what we have here. So having you here to be able to give you the tour, I'm thrilled. This is Tammy. She's hiding under that mask, but Tammy has had a few different roles within Gentry over time, but currently she is working more on the moving side of our business. Piece of the business I forgot to mention, forgive me, all of you, is we have an office installation part of our business that we've actually pared down slightly over time, but it's still an active part of our business. And Tammy is very, very knowledgeable about the office installation side, although she's been doing a little bit more lately with the moving and storage side. So you might call and get Tammy on the phone as a move manager, and she would be booking your move and creating that connection between the movers and the client.
Nice.
So that's Tammy.
Tammy, what's up?
We love Tammy. This is Nancy Garcia. She is our Director of Operations Extraordinaire. We have a lot of names for her, and they're all kind. She kind of is the puppeteer, and she pulls the strings on all of us, including me. I have a string that attaches to Nancy as well. Nancy oversees pretty much everything that goes on. We try not to get her on the phone as much because she has some other more pressing things that she does during the day. But you could call and get Nancy doing a move for you. She also oversees all of our employees. So we call her the mom of all the movers. They check in with her every morning, and she gets them out and on their way.
So she's pretty much like the puppet master
of
Gentry.
She's very important. We love her. We keep her chained to her desk, and she can never leave. This is Miss Pamela Crum.
Pamela, how you doing?
Doing great,
So
thank you.
Pamela is also a very important piece of the puzzle. Pamela is a move coordinator. 90% of the moves pass through Pamela's brain, as she is the main person who, when you call, she's taking the information, she's booking the moves, she's assuring the customers that we're going to show up, and giving them kind of that really personalized assistance that we're proud of here at Gentry. When she talks to our customers, there's a lot of interest in what's going on in their lives. There's a lot of empathy, and she's happy to take that extra 15, 20, sometimes half hour to make the customer comfortable, because moves are really stressful.
So just like us realtors, a lot of things that we do when we're dealing with our clients is therapeutic in a sense, right? So she probably does the same thing where there are clients that goes from hot to cool. And I think I spoke about this during one of my other podcast episodes, where it's our job where we need to take clients from a hot level down to cool, and also just creating that trust and just creating that comfort environment for them, because they are, in this industry, when it comes to real estate, it's a big purchase, right? So everybody that's involved in the whole transaction, there needs to be trust created somewhere, and just showing that we're here for them every step of the way. So I'm actually glad that you have someone like that, Christina, in your operation.
A lot of times when the customers call us, there's an issue, right? Mm-hmm. It's not always, a move isn't always a happy occurrence. Sometimes it's a death. Sometimes it's a divorce. Sometimes it's, heaven forbid, they can't afford the home there anymore, they need to leave. And that customer brings with them a lot of anxiety and angst and sometimes sadness. So Pam is really good at helping those clients and keeping them kind of level, like, we can do this, it's going to be great, it's going to be fine, no stress. And then we get the really fun calls too, and we hear a lot of laughing going on. So I do pride myself in having a lot of women on staff. I'm not trying to be sexist, but we do tend to take a little bit more time, give a little bit more empathy, and I'm really excited about having a team that is all in. This is our token man. This is Mr. Mike McCarthy.
Mike, how you doing, boss?
Good, how are you?
So
Doing
Mike
great.
gets to hang out with all the ladies,
The ladies' man there.
right? Yes, because Gentry is primarily a female, kind of females steering the boat here at Gentry. But Mike is
I have to keep them in there straight.
But Mike is amazing. Mike is our estimator. Pam will take the call, or one of us will take the call, and then it immediately goes to Mike. Mike will do a free estimate for any customer that would like one. They're very comprehensive. Right now in the COVID-19 world, Mike is not currently going into clients' homes. So we've learned to kind of roll with the punches. So Mike's doing a lot of his estimates either virtually with an iPad, that way, or some customers are just taking a million pictures of their homes, sending them to Mike, and Mike is able to create an estimate that makes sense for the customer. And within 24 to 48 hours, they get this beautiful document that's very detailed, spelling out what things are going to cost.
Christine actually brought up a great point in terms of how they had to adapt to the pandemic, right? So they had to take a different route. And just like anybody else, we all had to adapt. So they did too, and it actually worked for you guys, right? And it still kept you guys successful and kept you guys moving forward. So that's amazing overall. Can't complain at all about that. It's just the new norm, I guess.
Right now, I hope it changes back, because I have to be honest, Mike is great with the customers too. I think there's something worthwhile in being able to meet your customer face to face. So as an owner, I miss that opportunity to do a one-on-one. So if you need an estimate, you're going to speak to Mike.
Mike's the man.
Mike's the man.
Who's next?
So next would bring us to, this is Meg.
We met Meg outside, right? She was very kind. She was very kind enough to show us how we enter the building, because the building's a really big building, right? So I was all the way at the front, then realized I had to drive all the way down. So when I did drive down, I came in, so I was like, all right, is this the right place to come in? And I just happened to see her, and she was like, yeah, you're in the right place. Just go in there, and she'll take care of us. I was like, all right,
It's a
nice.
hidden gem.
It's a hidden gem,
Yep.
exactly.
We're located in the rear of the building. She does some behind-the-scenes marketing for me.
Jack of all trades.
She is.
Yep.
She also does a lot of the thank yous to the realtors for referrals. She and I kind of work together with kind of theming some of our
Marketing emails.
thank you. She's saying it for me.
Following up with customers, realtors.
She's got it.
A little behind the scenes with data entry and billing and payables, because you have to pay your bills to keep the lights on.
Megan might not necessarily be the person that answers the phone. She might not necessarily be the person that you get a face-to-face with, but she's just as important as everyone else.
Thank you very much. So one of the coolest things that we're probably going to do now is take a tour.
Yeah.
We're going to take a tour through the warehouse. A lot of you guys might not know where a lot of your stuff is storage at, or whatever the case may be. At Gentry, Christine is kind enough to let us see her warehouse and the operation of it. So come on.
Come on through. So there's a couple of different ways to enter our warehouse from the main offices, but welcome to the Gentry Warehouse. Our building is about 25,000 square feet. Some of it is used as administrative offices, and the rest of it is used as storage. We do a lot of different kinds of storage. Some of it is commercial storage, such as what you see here. This is being held for a commercial client where everything is wrapped. We're very conscious of what's in the boxes. It's being held for a certain amount of time. Oftentimes, we'll also be delivering it out. In the case of this client, we're holding it, and as needed, they'll call us up and say, hey, we need to dip into our inventory to grab a few things. May we come pick them up? We stage it in the front, get it ready, and then they come and get it.
Service 100%.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. So we do a different kind of storage than what most people might be used to. I know a lot of people are used to that U-Haul storage, where you go to a storage facility, they give you a key, you get your own little cubby or unit. Oftentimes it's got a garage door that opens up, and you're able to access that in and out, oftentimes 24/7. To go in and get your belongings. We're a little bit different. We do something called warehouse storing. Just want to show you what that looks like. So warehousing storage means when we do a move for you and we bring your belongings back, everything is inventoried.
All right.
It is wrapped in brown paper padding to protect it, and then it's placed inside of the vaults. The vaults are closed, and then they're stacked. We can do a couple of different things for storage. Oftentimes, the real estate agent will refer the client. They'll call and they'll say, well, I'm closing on May 1st. That's the day of the walkthrough. But I'd like to get my belongings out the day before, so the 30th of April. We can do that. It's called an overnight hold. So we'll move them out of their home. We'll hold their belongings on one of the trucks, and then we'll deliver the next day. That's a storage option.
Nice.
Option number 2 is whether it's for a week or it's for 10 years, whatever's needed. We can also do storage for you in this manner. If we have your belongings, and for some reason you're like, oh my God, my child's bike was packed and you know, we put them in here in December, now it's June and they want the bike. We certainly can open it up and take it out. It's just complicated for us to take these out on a constant basis to let people retrieve.
Makes sense.
So we're really clear about that though. We're very transparent when people call. They say, hey, we heard you do storage. Absolutely, let us explain what our storage is like, and if this works for you, great. If it doesn't, we're happily, Gentry will come pick up your belongings and take you to U-Haul and pack it for you there.
Amazing.
So we're very happy to be transparent with our customers so they know what they're getting.
Amazing.
So
you guys pretty much, it seems like for every stage of the type of move that a client needs, you guys provide that, no matter what type of stay, whether it's to hold or whether it's to take their belongings from one place to another, or whether just to allow clients come here and if they need certain things from their storage, you guys can still provide them that service to be able to grab some of their belongings. So that's amazing.
And people do call and we're happy to oblige. Some people call and say, I got a pod, or I rented my own U-Haul. Can I just have your men come and pack it professionally? Sure, nice. We can do that too. So we're really happy to work with the client for what their needs are. I think I mentioned earlier we do something called a full pack, which means oftentimes families are very hands-off in their move. So they would prefer the movers to come in and pack everything.
Wow.
So their clothes, their dishes, everything.
Nice.
We do that. We're happy to do so. It does incur a different level of cost, of course, because it's a little bit more or a lot more labor intensive. But sometimes the customer will call and say, my goodness gracious, packing all of my dishware in my kitchen seems like a daunting task. We're like, fine, we'll just pack that one room. You pack the rest of the house. If you're afraid you're going to break all your dishes because you're not going to pack them properly, we're happy to come in and do just that room. So we can be a la carte in a way, and we're really proactive with helping the customer get what they need by the end of that phone call that works for them.
Amazing. That's pretty cool. So what else we got going on?
So I'll loop you around. We're really quiet in here right now, which is kind of odd. Usually there's a lot of life transpiring, so I'll kind of explain. We also do provide materials. So oftentimes the client will say, I need to pack the house. Can I get boxes from you? And the answer is yes. We sell boxes of every size. We sell what's called wardrobe boxes, which are really cool. They're about yay tall, and they get a metal bar that goes across. And when you pack your closet, you're literally going to just grab your clothes on the hanger, put them inside the box, and then seal it.
Wow.
So a lot of the boxes make sense for making things faster or easier. We also have things that are called, which people don't think of, but they're mattress bags. So when your mattress is being moved, it doesn't get soiled or dirty. So we have all kinds of options for what the client might need or want for their move. Then, if you go this way, I'm just going to show you quick. These are our bays. For our installation part of our business, we often are welcoming 18-wheelers pretty much daily to come and drop off product to us that we then receive. If we need to build the product before we deliver it to the customer, we stage it here and we can build it. And then we put it on our truck and we deliver.
Amazing.
So there's a lot of excitement going on here in the morning. Our trucks are, all the bays are open, trucks are backed up. Men are adding what they need. They have a list of how many boxes the customer needs for the day. They're putting everything on. Once they're out, in come the 18-wheelers for the day. So we have somebody in here that does work in here full time, although he's currently out for a moment. But he does a lot of the inventorying, and he just makes sure everything in here is accounted for. Well, we know where everything is,
Nice.
both our belongings and the belongings of our customers. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to show you a few of my trucks.
Let's see it.
Come around. This is our employee parking lot where we house the trucks. Some are back, some are still on the road. But if you come around, I'll give you kind of an idea about the size of our trucks. A lot of people call and they're like, how big are those trucks?
Yeah.
Which prior to me being involved in moving, I didn't really think much of it myself. But we have what are called standard size moving trucks. So if you take a peek at anyone that's here, they're 26 feet, between 24 and 26 feet. I have just recently learned how to drive them.
You need a CDL, don't you?
No, not for these size trucks.
Oh, interesting.
So therefore, I laugh at myself when I'm behind the wheel of it. Definitely don't want me transporting your goods on the regular. But in a pinch, this girl can drive this truck to a customer's and leave it there. So like I said, we have 8 trucks. They are, for us, they're, in my opinion, they're billboards. They're seen quite frequently throughout the communities, and I have a lot of fun with them in the sense that someone will see it and they'll take a photo and they'll send me a quick little, either a personal thing. They'll say, hey, Christine, we saw you driving down the road. And then I answer back, it's the quietest you'll ever see me is on the side of that truck because my 2D image can't talk. But they're great advertisement. They're moving billboards, and my trucks. I'm blessed to say that they're seen quite a bit. When they're not, when people say to me, "Oh, I saw your truck," I say, "Thank God, it means it's working. It's out there working. It's doing its job.
It's doing its job, exactly.
It's doing its job." I love my movers as if they were my own family members. I think we've got a really beautiful small business / family vibe here. We know each other's families. We kind of know what's going on in people's lives, both happiness and sad. And we really like to keep it that way.
Amazing,
you know?
amazing. You guys hear that from the lady Christine Crum herself. Amazing company, family oriented. And she just went through her operation, her business operation, to show you guys how she operates, you know, the services that she provides to her consumer. And that's important in today's day and age because transparency is key. That's what everybody wants nowadays.
Right.
They want to know how the owner who owns the business is operating his or her business. And she really gave us that bird eye view in regards to how her business operates. And Christine, sorry about that. I can't thank you very much. It was definitely a pleasure.
Great.
If you don't mind, Christine,
Yes.
talk to the people.
Yes.
And let the people know if they need any moving, they need to contact you for any reason, how can they reach out to you?
So we're available Monday through Saturday, either by email, which would be info at gentrymoving.com. Any of the girls or gentlemen that I just mentioned, emails are their first name at gentrymoving.com. If you want to speak to me specifically, you can email me at christine@gentrymoving.com. You can reach us at 401-233-2786. Or if you want to reach out to me personally, my phone number is 401-641-0223. We are always happy to take a call, even if it's just an inquiry, you know, and just got some questions, just want to get a feel on what is this whole moving thing entail. A lot of people just call us for information. And I'm happy to be an information giver, right? The more you know, the better it is.
Exactly.
But we're here to help whenever you need it. So please feel free to give us a call.
It was a great opportunity to interview Christine once again. You guys know where to catch me on all my social media platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, Experiences with Sadiq. If you guys want any help from any of my team members, just check us out, the Davies Group. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Peace.